Greetings, fellow Amazonians, fellow patriot. I be sorry, say I don't come back again, and I don't miss one very big important aspect for our presentation today. So I want can redo the presentation. Our technical staff don't just remember me. If we get out of my head, these are not very important things to me, but I think they are very serious issue. As we know very well, the number plate ban is for Amazonian sovereignty, is our power to exert our sovereignty as the authority on the ground and also to sever ties with La Republic to Cameroon. So somehow the IG Care, they don't announce say there would be a reaction from the IG Care. So let me get that poster. So the IG Care, led by Siseko Ayoktabi, who is Vice President Nayerima, they then put out a flyer so they could get a reaction for the policy with the Amazonian Governing Council, they then put them out, namely the ban of Cameroon number plates. I don't think say this one will be responsible. We need all various factions to align themselves and support practical solution to end Cameroon occupation of Amazonia. We don't need anybody to be speaking on behalf of La Republique du Cameroon. Our ban for vehicles is to reinforce our nationalism, to cut off any links we have from La Republique du Cameroon, and to end the exploitation of our drivers by the state of Cameroon. The Cameroon government have no legitimacy over our territory, and we are going to put an end to all their symbols and all the authority in our land. We have banned the Cameroon number plate. This ban is already being enforced on the ground. We don't think that any Amazonian faction in the name of opposition will just have to oppose everything we put out there. So the IGK can go ahead to react to this, and they say they want to take the opinion of Amazonian about this ban. It is very irresponsible, and this does not come as a surprise from the IGK. We have seen that when we started self-defense, Siseko Ayoktabi, he went out to apologize to La Republique for the La Republique forces that were neutralized by the ADF. We want them to be patriotic. Let all the factions who wants to play the role of oppositions, let them be very responsible and patriotic in their criticism. This law is a law of the land. It is being enforced, and nobody can speak on Cameroon who will succeed to defend Cameroon position. Our drivers are doing the right thing on the ground, and we continue to encourage them. And to Milton Taka, it's very strange that Milton Taka, who is the spokesperson of the IG Care, he's the second. He's like how many positions he have there that we don't see him doing anything about those positions. And I want our people to know something, and this is very important. Milton Taka is responsible for the assassination of the Fawn of Bushi. He used our forces on the ground, General Okoro, to assassinate the Fawn of Bushi, because his younger brother, is fighting to be the chief of Bushi. That is in Mezam area there. We cannot forget this type of criminality, and will not allow people to hide behind this crime to come and speak to our people and cover their crime using the struggle to do that. I will never allow this. It will never happen under my watch. But our people should know this. In the beginning of this struggle, we had a strong debate within Cameroon when we were still fighting for federation, and the common law lawyers were engaging in debates on TV stations and all those debates. The fundamental question have always been, who is an Ambazonian? And people will talk about Ambazonians are Anglophones. They will say, make the statement, Francophones are Cameroonese, and it has always boiled to the fact that they want to use language to reduce our nationalism to a language. This is not a problem about language. It is clear who are those who are Ambazonians and those who are Cameroonians. Ambazonians, which is a successor state of the former British Southern Cameroon, Ambazonians who are Southern Cameroons, our nationality is based on the law and the constitution of Southern Cameroon. The constitution in order, the constitution of Nigeria, which we were under in the Eastern Nigeria's parliament, do not grant citizenship to refugees. It does not grant citizenships to refugees. During the time of Ndele, it was very clear who is the Southern Cameroonians. They were people who were born on their paternal side from Southern Cameroon. That means any child who is born by a father who is from Southern Cameroon is a Southern Cameroonian. And this was in line with our customary law because children are begotten from the father's side. This is our custom and this is the law of Southern Cameroon. Only people who are born by fathers from Southern Cameroon have an automatic right to citizenship. Those who are born by women of Southern Cameroon will have to go through a process to apply for and claim for citizenship for their children. This is a law. All those Francophones who were brought into our territories as refugees are not Southern Cameroon citizens by the law. We know that when John Foncha, who was a Francophone, who was brought into our territory by the Catholic Church, given an Ambazonian name, dressed up like an Ambazonian to infiltrate our struggle, our state, and neutralize our nationality and compromise our independence. After he came into the scene, many Bamilekes from Douala and Douala people from Sawa region, they came into he facilitated their movement into our territory, and most of them created political parties during the time of Jongo Foncha. This was treason. This is not acceptable. Milton Taka and all those Francophones who are in Ambazonia thinking they are Ambazonians, and they are even fighting for chieftaincy position. You can see his younger brother there claiming to be the font of a portion in Pinyin, the font of Buchi, I forget the name of that small village, which is a quarter in Pinyin, and they have gone ahead to kill the Fonds who were opposed to them. How come will we have Francophones, Cameroon citizens, fighting for chieftaincy in Ambazonia? This should never happen. Milton Taka is a Francophone. He is not a Southern Cameroonian. His parents came into our territory as refugees. They don't have any basis for their nationalism for Ambazonia. And Milton Taka, if he wants to support the cause for the Ambazonian people, should do so financially and in the background. They should stop this nonsense. That is the reason why you see people like this have had Siseko cornered by giving financial donation to Siseko Ayoktabi IG. And Siseko is unable to reason his way out of this nonsense called a government, which claim exclusive power that they don't have. We have all this false debate in our territory, and people who undermine our legitimacy, like the Ntongtu people, the people in Bamenda in Kwen area there, behind those Ntongtu area there in Sisha Quarter in Bamenda, Francophones. They have a natural attachment to their original land of birth. These are Bamileke people. Everybody who is from another country have a natural attachment to their homeland, and it compromises their nationality. If Americans will debate about the origins of somebody like Barack Obama, is to tell you that the law of natural identity, natural nationalism is very important to people. We will not have Francophones parading as Ambazonians and trying to represent our people. The result will be they will be taking stupid decisions, and they will be struggling to push us to meet their brothers in La Republique, like John Foncha did. When you see in Fumban conference, he put a whole big placard there that we are going to meet our brothers. Which brothers? They are not our brothers. Right now, they are our enemies. Their country is battling, fighting our country. Siseko should stop using Milton Taka as a spokesperson. We know Milton Taka controls the IGI Care right now. His faction called the South African SA, they control the IGI Care right now. It should never happen that our organizations should be in the hands of foreigners. Milton Taka is a foreigner, he's a Francophone. He knows that. Everybody knows that. In Pinyin, they know that. And I'll play the audios from the phone of Pinyin, who was killed, the phone of Buchi. This is his voice. Here, every morning, this phone calls me and he talks, "Good morning, Capo Daniel."
Capo, good morning. How are you? Have family?
This is his voice.
Capo, which are one day when I say, Okoro the worry. Okoro the really worry villagers. Capo, you see, I'm saying we funding now.
So, this phone either complained about the use of General Okoro by the South African cabal led by Milton Taka, who is fighting for his brother to become a chief, a king. They call himself a king in South Africa. In a small quarter, they want to transform a quarter into a chieftaincy for their family. We have welcomed them, is enough. We have given them a home. Nobody is driving them away right now. The grassroots movement for Frogs Must Go is going on, but it is not supported officially or in any way by the institution of the Ambazonian Governing Council. But Milton Taka should shut his mouth out. These are cold-blooded murderers who have killed a chief in Ambazonia in order to secure a position of his brother, his younger brother in South Africa as a chief. They will never be chief. They will never be president again. Jongu Foncha was the last embedded agent that successfully derailed a legitimate cause and a clear-cut independence for our people. And today we find ourselves where we are. Many of these refugees from Cameroon are genuine people who love Ambazonia, but they have a limit because they have natural attachment to La République du Cameroon. They have a limit to their allegiance to Ambazonia, and they are susceptible to their Cameroonian roots, and we will never allow them to have certain position again in Ambazonia or speak on behalf of Ambazonia. They are the people behind the big confusion we have, forced debates we have within ourselves. No doubt that there was a vote for us to join La République, and that vote was won because you have people like this who voted in the plebiscite. They even changed the law. Foncha even tried to change the rules that for those who are supposed to vote for the plebiscite, there should be people who were born in Ambazonia of a certain time. He himself was never born in Ambazonia. Foncha was not born in Ambazonia. I'm telling you, like somebody who grew in that house, eat his guavas in his orchard. I know that he's cup bearer. Somebody, they call it cup, I call it cup bearer, the English name, but person who don't work for you all his life, know very well. These are people I grew up knowing. I know their family very well. I know their secrets. Foncha was not even born on Ambazonian soil. He was born in Chang. His father left I think his Babaju or somewhere like that. His father was had leprosy, an outcast. He ran away from his village because of discrimination into Chang. That is where Foncha was born. From Chang, they migrated into Bamenda, where the priest took them in as his own family and raised them up. Bishop Rogan changed his name because he wanted to use him, brainwash him, and use him to gather land in Bamenda for the Catholic Church and put him at the helm of politics so that they would join La République du Cameroun. Cardinal Toumi have explained that he met priests in France who testified that there was an hidden agenda by the Catholic Church to bring Southern Cameroon into La République du Cameroun and assimilate us. So we will never tolerate Francophones again. So Ambazonians know it very well. When you see this man, Milton Taka, speaking, when you see these people pushing this agenda, holding Siseko hostage, know who they are. They are not one of us. Milton Taka is not an Ambazonian by definition, by law. He is a refugee, children of refugee. He's over his head to try to murder a fawn to put his brother as a chief. It will not work. Not in my watch. I have the audio here, the testimony of this chief, and I have an obligation to tell the people every time he showed his face out here. This is the audios, hundreds of them. This chief was...
After. Okay, thank you, Capo.
This phone was so desperate, crying every day.
Capo, I did for submitting.
So,
This guy will be public.
So these guys who were manipulating our people, they're using the money that they have had through advantage that La République have given them. You see Tongtu people building house in Bamenda, not because they didn't get money, not because they work hard. See Tongtu boy, they push that they drive back, you want to see them buy land, the big house. Not because they work harder than Amazonian bike riders or they be more responsible. Now because the state of Cameroon, they strategically support them, provide money and loans for their credit unions and their Njangi houses and transferring property to them. The Cameroon government is facilitating the transfer of property to people like this and power to make them influential. They wanted to use him even in SDF to replace Frundi. It will not work anymore. That generation is gone. So be careful, Milton Taka. God bless you all.